you get light, we're pulling you out. I would say a tiny bit of commitment right about here.
All right, guys, I'm excited. We are going to be doing mashed potatoes. Unfortunately, this is probably going into my closed trails playlist because this is slated to close. But we are going to show you what was so amazing about mashed potatoes and how it was actually an amazing trail. I'm out here today with Zach and his two-door Bronco, so it's also a Bronco versus Jeep day. Let's get on the trail and show you what's cool about this trail. Just about to do that. Good radio. All right, guys, now on the screen is the basic information on mashed potatoes. We will be using the Trails Off-Road Guide today. I'll show you some of the obstacles they describe in that. Now you start mashed potatoes by doing this really cool climb. It's not too difficult. It'll get more difficult on the other side, but what I love about this one is just you climb up there and then the surprise when you get to the top. All right, guys, now this is the start. This is the hilltop, but this is really where you start to get into the mashed potatoes. And if you look out there, it looks like piles of mashed potatoes. It's really awesome, but the views here are just incredible. So we're gonna keep on going and see what we can get. Now, route finding is kind of tough in here, but I am using Trails Off-Road and using the GPS to get through it. It's actually not too bad. You can see white markers and there's also green markers. So this is the right path, and then there's the green markers.
We saw you, and since we're wider, we knew.
What was that, Leanne?
I said we're wider, so when we saw you, we knew you'd have to climb more in that one.
I like this trail though. Like, it's kind of fun. Like, it has obstacles the whole way. Now, this trail truly was so much fun in my Jeep, but it's what's on the screen right now that's frustrated me the most while editing. This trail was opened by locals in 2009, yet it was closed by an organization who, from my experience on these now closed trails, did not provide an accurate representation of them. Instead, they used their power and financial influence to convince the BLM to close this land off from you and I. All right, here's the green paint, kind of takes you this way. It's not hard to see, and then you have this little ledge to go up. We'll see the Bronco go first, and then we'll do it in the Jeep.
Who will win, the Jeep or Bronco? This is the determining factor. Oh no.
It's okay.
No.
It's gonna require a bump. Yeah. A small one though.
It almost had it.
I think your MTs are really grabbing just in time. Buddy, once you're on 35s, you're walking.
Bumper. Yeah.
That's your license plate.
License plate gone. Well, how are you feeling, Dewey?
I'm okay. A little disappointed.
Do you think is this a determining factor?
No, it's a driver issue. Everybody knows that.
feels good. Yes! Yes!
It's a good thing I'm the editor, because we're only going to see that last
No,
one.
you're not!
We're saying how beautiful this route is. You kind of look into Hidden Canyon, it's absolutely gorgeous. This should be all right.
I hit them like I mean, it's good because it's protecting my bumper since I didn't opt for the hitch, but.
Oh yeah, well mine hits when I don't have the camper thing in there. You can see little marks.
But yours are more flat. Like mine stick down at like 45 degrees.
These little obstacles, these mashed potatoes, are just so much fun. So I may not actually make it, but we're gonna see how it does. Zach will be able to pull me out. I just don't want to get any damage in there. That's the biggest challenge, but I am gonna try to crawl up that. Am I straight?
Just a little bit more driver, a little 2 turns. And then I think once you're kind of down and stable here, I think a little bit more forward and then we'll start turning. You're looking great. And now you can start turning. Yeah, you can start really wrenching.
Go forward.
Yeah. Because you're on a flat ridge, right? Big. I mean, and it's steep. So you're hitting bumper if you take this line. If you take this line, you might not, but you could do this. Roll it. Nice. You're on the line, man. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Does that count as getting light in the front? Should we pull you now?
No. A shot and then maybe a tug.
One more shot. If you get light, we're pulling you out. I would say a tiny bit of commitment right about here. And you're on a much safer line right now. I think it's up to you. Yeah, I think back up 2 feet and bump it.
Your back is gonna have some bumps.
You're on a much better line right now.
Your back is gonna have some bumps.
Badass, man.
I know this stuff does not come out on camera, but that was steep. And I definitely could not have done this. If this was wet, I would have not had, maybe if you get on that line, I think that line is it, but I don't think I would have gotten up it if it was wet. I mean, look at, you just saw him crawl up it. This is steep. Not only are the mashed potatoes really cool to just look at, it's the views and the route that this takes you is just so awesome. Now there's nothing really major. There's nothing major that really throws off a stock vehicle. But, I mean, except for the gravy boat maybe, but I mean, in terms of just going through this, it's not bad. And you get views of Hidden Canyon. You get to see all this beautiful stuff. You got the LaSalle's behind you. I'm really happy I got to do this trail. I was in the wrong gear back there.
I saw.
I hope you guys are getting some of the experience of Mashed Potatoes. It's a trail that is definitely different than anything I've experienced before, and I find that really interesting. I'm loving being out here right now. Now, if you guys are watching the whole video series of these closed trails, you definitely can probably see my frustration in it. I am frustrated. I'm frustrated that, you know, not many people have said anything about this. It's 317 miles of trails. And, you know, to me, it's frustrating because I, you know, used to be a physician, and I understand there's a ton of people with disabilities or not the ability to hike into these areas. And the more trails we take away that are, you know, open to simple vehicles like this stock Jeep Wrangler Rubicon or his stock Ford Bronco Sasquatch, you know, that's taken away from people like my parents, people that I care about with disabilities that can't hike, can't ride horses, can't do any of that kind of stuff. And that's my frustration right now. I don't understand how we could get rid of all these trails.
Yeah, about another foot before you bottom out, before you hit the bottom. All right, passenger tires on the bottom. Driver's hitting. There you go.
Watch out for that crack. I think there's one coming up. You guys are watching this, thank you for watching this, thank you for watching. We are a small channel that makes off-road trail guides, but we are definitely saying if you are upset about these closures, as I hope you are, definitely join the Blue Ribbon Coalition. They are working to try to get this stuff stopped, try to reverse it, and they are fighting, and all the trail defender organizations are combining with them and letting Blue Ribbon Coalition take the lead. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We are all in support of the Blue Ribbon Coalition. Definitely check them out, give them support and how they need it. All right, guys, I am here with Zach and Leanne, and right now on the screen is the trail review and breakdown. But let's hear from them on what they thought of Mashed Potatoes.
Thought it was fun. I mean, it was a little bit hard to find your way and to stay on the trail, but as long as you follow the green dots and don't get too far off trail, you should be all right and have some decent map software. Obstacles all along the way, optional lines, great scenery. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, it was really pretty.
It really was,
yeah,
wasn't it?
Great views, overlooks, yeah.
And I think it really got easier for me. I was trying to follow GPS at the beginning, but as soon as I stopped worrying about GPS and focused on the green and white lines, it became a lot easier to stay on the trail. So that's our breakdown and review. I think it's an amazing trail. Hopefully it's open, but we'll only see.